Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the channel. This is Jason the Nice One. And good morning, everybody, once again. I know it's kind of odd that I usually don't stream this time of morning, but most of my streams I'm trying to get done on Tuesdays. That's one of my big free days. So that's why I'm here. And also, please figure in the morning that I do have this little nose strip here. It's to match the headsets, I'm just kidding. I'm in a silly mood this morning, but that's okay. We just have to deal with it. Sorry about that, guys, but it's just what it is. I've got blinds here and all that, and the sunrise is happening. So I usually don't do that this time of morning. So try to avoid morning streams because of this, but who cares? We're just gonna keep going on and let us not distract us. But I'm very, very happy for for all of you that are joining. For those in the chat, is welcome, as well as those that are watching this on instant replay. So happy and grateful for your support. If you have not hit the like button, please do so. That helps out the channel, gets the stream out and the channel out to a wider audience. As well as if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell icon. That way that you will get notifications when new things are uploaded or new events are happening on the channel. That also helps the channel out as well. But also, if you also look in the description, I wanted to mention that there are also, if you are looking for some members only benefits, I do have a Patreon. You can find that link in the description section of this video. You just go ahead and click on that link, and you'll see the different tiers of membership. The lowest entry level of membership has basically 98% of all the benefits available to members on the channel, and that's only for less than a cup of coffee per month. Just one cup of coffee per month will pay for the whole entire month, and so it's really a good deal. Also, as well, you can also help the channel out as well. I do have super chats. You can look at it in the description section below as well, and go on Venmo. And you can enter a super chat as well, and those do step up ahead of the line in live streams like this as well. But also for the time being right now, I do have a sister project that I'm working on called K&J Reviews with my dear friends Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn, as well as Kyle from Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13. Both of them, we are trying to get our own channel put together, and that's what we're working on right now. But unfortunately, right now, that has been put on hold. I'm very, very sorry about that, and it's just very sad about that. That's happening. He has had 2 surgeries. That's pretty serious. We're really worried about them. So if you could please remember him in your prayers and on your good thoughts, would sure appreciate that. But for the time being, to help him with expenses when he does get out and is returning home, he's supposed to be returning home soon. He's going to be out of work due to recovery. He's going to need help with expenses. And so all proceeds from super chats, as well as if you're Patreon membership, that will be going to him directly. So you're helping him out. I just wanted to mention that. If you could help very hard, if you could, any amount is great. As far as super chats go, you can do it at any amount. Super chats soon will also be available as well on PayPal, but I'll let you know when that happens. Okay, well, let's just look at the chat real quick. Here, a couple people I wanted to say hi to. And good morning, Willie. Loki Movies and Music, one of our new subscribers. Welcome. And thank you for being here. I'm happy that you're here and supporting us supporting me in this channel. First, I haven't done a live review in a while, so I'm just winging it here, but I wanted to come live with it and do more reviews this way. And also to Jerry. Thank you so much, Jerry, for coming in. I'm glad that you're here. And I will be doing some more, most of my live streamings as far as movie watch parties, that will be in the evening, but I will be doing a lot of some of these live reviews during the day to kind of shake it up, so to give people a chance to come in and how their schedules are doing. That's what I'm trying to do. And so I'm very happy that you're here, Jerry, and also thank you so much for your words. I will actually pass those on to Kyle, and that your wishes, and I'm so very grateful for your support. Well, we're going to head and I'm going to get started. I'm going to kind of start kind of an odd thing. I always preach on this channel, on my channel, when it's something I believe in, and that is that I don't like to blanket just say that I'm just not going to watch a certain type of movie. I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. It doesn't look good. I just really don't want to do it. And so, I kind of preach against that. You should give things a chance, even if it ends up being a bad movie. From an artistic standpoint, from an actor's point of view, and I'm also a writer, it's always a good lesson. You can learn if something doesn't work, what doesn't work, what about it didn't work. It's kind of a nice learning tool. You're a content creator, all that. It's to me, it's only a couple of hours. Why not? Well, I kind of found myself breaking that rule, with a couple of movies recently that I'm going to be reviewing. Another one like that here in a couple of weeks. Bad, Jason. Don't practice what I preach. And that is with the movie Barbie. I have literally, basically avoided this film like the plague. I'm like, are you kidding me? I go, this movie is getting all this praise and this buzz and all this blah, blah, blah. I was so negative against this film. It's so against my nature as an artist and a content creator. But I was guilty as charged. And I just did not want to do it. I just did not want to watch this film. All the different reasons. One of the main reasons was, and I want to talk about, is the wonderful writer and director of this film, Greta Gerwig. Let me add this real quick here. She has basically only done really 3 films where I'm counting as 3 films that she's written and also directed. Of course, her first big one was Lady Bird, an incredible film. And then there's also Little Women, another incredible adaptation of one of my favorite novels. It was my late mother's favorite novel when she was a child. And we shared that love for this book, or this novel. And this was such a wonderful movie adaptation. And also Nights and Weekends, a great comedy, kind of romantic comedy that she directed in. It's just really nice 3 solid films. And the reason why I was basically not wanting to stay away from this, I was like, how could she do this? These 3 great films, and now she sold herself out to materialism, everything. How could she do this? How could she do this? And that's why I was avoiding seeing it, because I just could not believe this beloved artist that I loved would do this. Now, of course, any of you who've seen it know that's the exact opposite. She did the exact opposite. And that's not what she did. And I beg her forgiveness virtually. If you're out there, good, if you hear me, I love you so much. I think you're one of the greatest persons in the entire world, writers and actresses. And I misjudged you. I'm so very sorry. I apologize. So I sat down and said, come on, Jason, just watch the film. And let me tell you, I was completely blown away. And I will say, out of those films that I just showed you, let me tell you, in my opinion, I'm going to start this out with, it is a satirical masterpiece. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I'm telling you. That's how I'm going to begin my review. Also, please, at this point, I do want to, before I begin, to go ahead and let you know that this is a spoiler review. There's going to be spoilers. So if you have not seen this film by any chance, go ahead and please you can leave whatever, see the film, and then come back and watch this on instant replay. Okay, and just in case there's something out there that's in the chat, or also in instant replay that might be this instant, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a short countdown real quick, give you a chance to go ahead and leave, and then I will go ahead and begin this review. And we'll have spoilers in it. So I'll be right back. I'm going to give you some time to go ahead and leave the stream. Okay, you've had a chance to leave, so now I'm going to continue on with the review. And so basically, yeah, this is a satirical masterpiece. What this did, um, a lot of people in my generation grew up with satire, and a lot of people in today's generation don't understand what satire is. They don't write satires. I think the last one that they really great one that they wrote for television, at least, was Will and Grace. That satire is basically, it's just basically taking from a comedic basis and poking fun at society's weird quirks and norms and things, kind of making fun of something about society in general. In the case of Will and Grace, it was the LGBTQ plus community making fun of itself. It was basically the two writers. One of them, they were both friends in college. One is gay, the other one is straight, and so it's about basically kind of their relationship in college, but they put it into a fictional story, and they were making fun of themselves, and the co-writer who was gay was making fun of the gay community and all the stereotypes. And so that's basically what made it so funny, was that you did through the eyes of comedy, it's not insulting. But some of the great back in television time, it was things like All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Maude, way back before my time, but I saw the reruns with my parents, was Hogan's Heroes, which was poking fun at Nazi Germany. And in fact, if you're familiar with that show, the German, basically about a bunch of American prisoners that are in a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, and the commander, Colonel Klink, the German, was actually played by a Jewish actor who, as a child, had survived Auschwitz. So that's what made that even funnier, is the fact that, talk about getting sweet revenge. So that's what really satire is so much fun. But unfortunately, some of those old comedies would never play now because people get insulted. People don't, because they don't understand what satire is. And so that's what it is. And that's why I think what's sad is that, that the Academy Awards don't recognize satiric comedy, just like they don't really recognize horror. So that's unfortunate. And so that's this film got nominated. I thought it did deserve it because it's a satirical masterpiece. Sad that it won. It's sad that it won. I wish that Oppenheimer. I had a lot of problems with Oppenheimer and what it was proclaiming, and justifying something that shouldn't have happened. It had to happen. That's another thing for another discussion for another day. But that's what happened. But with this, I'm going to dive into this now, and the cast and the different details of why I really love this film. And that was the main thing. Besides being such a satiric masterpiece, it was so incredibly done, and making fun of basically relationships between men and women and toxic feminism. There is toxic feminism out there. I'm a true feminist. True feminism, and that's what Greta was, as I understand how I was taking it, is the fact that she was talking about true feminism, which is that men and women are equal. They are equals. And that's the whole idea, is that we need to accept each other for who we are and respect each other. And to me, that's the world to make a better place, but we don't have that. We have the toxic masculinity. We have the toxic feminism, where people are just arguing back and forth and not respecting each other's personalities. We're judging one another harshly and just wrapped up in a lot of political correctness out there. And it's really sad. It really is sad out there. And that's what she's basically poking fun at in the satirical comedic bent. And that's what she does so well. And with this incredible cast. To lead off, we have Margot Robbie as Barbie. That's oh my gosh, it just is amazing. Her performance just absolutely blew me away. The multifaceted things that she had to go through was amazing, literally amazing. And the things and what she accomplished as an actress in doing this. Kind of going to go ahead and give you also alongside her was Ryan Gosling as Ken. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you, I love Ryan Gosling. I loved him in La La Land. A lot of people, he gets a lot of crap, but I think he's a great actor. And this one, he was perfectly cast. He's got great comedic timing, and he played Ken so perfectly. I mean, he had me in stitches. My ribs were hurting. I was laughing so hard. All different Kens. It was just hysterical. But also the performance by Kate McKinnon as another Barbie that's washed out, sold out, and getting old. Kate McKinnon, I loved. I'm probably one of the rare people that loved the Ghostbusters, all female Ghostbusters. I love that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I thought it was hysterical, and she is just such a funny, funny actress, and so brilliant. And she's so brilliant in this film. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And also, what really kind of that made her. Let me look at my notes real quick. I'm trying to. Is the actress America Ferrera. She was amazing in her role. She played. I think it's right here. She played Gloria, and she played Gloria, and she's so brilliant in this. And this is the role. And she's basically the main. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, just 1 second. And notes here. I apologize. Let me go down real quick here. Basically, to kind of give you a basic storyline real quick, and what it's about basically is that Barbie the doll lives in a matriarchal society of Barbie land, feeling good about her role in the world, and the various iterations of Barbies over the years, showing girls that play with her that they can be whatever and whoever they want. On the flip side, Ken, who also lives in Barbie land, is unnoticed except in relation to Barbie, which is, however, one step above any other doll in Barbie land, such as Alan. That's another character that was, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I cannot remember the actor's name that played him. You know him. He's such a funny little actor. He played Jason Bateman's son in Arrested Development. Such a great comedic actor. And he played that role. He was a kind of a standout person. It was separate from Ken dolls. I'm not familiar. I never played with Barbie dolls. Not that that's a bad thing for guys that play with Barbie dolls, but I never did, so I never got into that world. I just knew about Ken and Barbie, that whole thing. Then one day, Margot Robbie plays stereotypical Barbie. She was the original Barbie. Begins to have feelings which she's never experienced, which leads her to her world seemingly falling apart. Weird Barbie, and that's played by Kate McKinnon. Oh my gosh. Determines that there is something happening in the real world with someone playing with her, being unhappy, leading to stereotypical Barbie reluctantly heading to the real world to rectify what is happening with that person. She's first needing to find this person. Now you're probably sitting there going, ugh, what the heck did that? I was like, what? What's going on? I started to kind of like, what is this? Is weird. But hold on, keep going. So I did, and I was paid off royally by this incredible movie. And I started to see, oh, this is where they're going. This is a satire. This is why they're making fun of that. And how the Barbie also, what she's poking fun to, is the world of Barbie itself. What it did to femininity in women, and how it was such a bad example. And she's taking basically trying all sides. That's what satire does. It can take all sides and get away with it. And much to Barbie's chagrin, the original Beach Ken, tags along with her to the real world and the needing to survive in her presence. Beyond their mission to find this person, Barbie and Ken will find the real world unlike anything they know in Barbie land, especially in it being a male-dominated society. While Barbie still has to find out what's going on that made her come to the real world, Ken is finding a newfound control which he wants to bring back to Barbie land. Conflict. If he is able to do so, the role of Barbie in the real world may be forever changed. On top of everything, executives at Mattel, primarily white men, discovered that a real-life Barbie and Ken doll have infiltrated the real world. Their mission to capture the pair, but especially Barbie, to put them and her back in her place, namely in a manufacturer-sealed box. Not joking, people. That's the crux of the story. And the CEO of that company, of Mattel, is played by Will Ferrell. Incredible performance. Oh, he is hysterical. Over the top performance. It's just so funny. And so that's basically what the story is. And what I loved about this movie in general is that it's because it's amazing. It's wonderful. And that's basically the setup. And they're trying to kind of make this satirical bent about society in general and what the view of Barbie's had an effect on women and the roles of men and women. The whole idea of this idea of real feminism versus toxic feminism. And the main thing that got me too was in this was that we had some wonderful supporting performances. Let me get into real quick here. The one main thing that was such a treat was the fact of Neil's going to forget her name. Just a moment here. Let me look down my list here. This is such a huge list here. His two main standout character performances. Was Rhea Perlman as the original creator of stereotypical Barbie. She's the kind of spirit of the actual creator of Barbie, the original Barbie. This movie is represented by stereotypical Barbie. And she does a wonderful performance. And in the end has this incredible scene with Barbie and tells her why she really created her. And why the whole idea was that to give women that sense of you can be anything that you want. Of course, it got out of hand thanks to men, but that's what she wanted. And then the incredible, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm forgetting this gal's name. Famous English actress, and I can't think of her name. Let me think. Maybe the chat can remember her name. Let me know. I can't. Oh, there we go. Helen Mirren. Oh my gosh, so sorry, Helen. Mm-hmm. Great English actress. She was the narrator, and the perfect narrator for this. One of the biggest feminists in British history, especially in British acting circles. She's a very, very huge feminist. Since it made that so funny. But to really end this, I want to kind of wrap this up. What really got this in the end to tie it all up, what made this so wonderful for me was the speech, the famous speech that America Ferrera gave to Barbie. And it's so true. And that's when I really realized the point that this truly is a satirical masterpiece. Because everything that women complain about, women are so tired of, she says it so, Greta puts it so well. And how things have gotten so out of hand in this war between the sexes. It's just gotten out of control. And America Ferrera, unfortunately, was nominated as supporting actress, and I think, in my opinion, she was robbed. She should have won. Just because of this performance in this film, this particular monologue. And I'm going to read this really quickly. And it's basically, she says, it is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like, we have to always be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. You have to be thin, but not too thin. You can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. Excuse me. You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but also always be looking out for the other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women because you're supposed to be a part of sisterhood. But always stand out and always be grateful, but never forget that the system is rigged. So find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful. Are we getting this familiar pattern? I think we all can relate to this, especially the women out there. You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never show fear, never get out of line. It's too hard, it's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault. I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman tie herself in a knot so that people will like us. And if all that is also true for a doll just representing women, then I don't even know. I mean, bravo. Bravo, Greta Gerwig. I mean, this is why I love this movie, is because of that speech. Right there. It just points it right out. And also, she has her little ending scene with Ken, that to be honest with him and tell him that she doesn't really not in love with him, but that's what she said, that she loves him. And that basically that just accept each other for who we are. And she tells Ken that you are a good person. You are wonderful. And there's somebody out there for you. Don't. Telling a man that it's okay to cry. It's okay to be your emotions. Don't give in to toxic masculinity. You're a good person. You're a real man, and you deserve real love, and you will find it. Just be yourself. I'm really going to end there. I didn't want to go past a half an hour, but on this. But that's the reason why. And I'm so surprised by this film, and I just wanted to share that with my viewers and my subscribers out there. But this movie, if you haven't seen this movie, and if you haven't, then you've been spoiled. That's fine. But go see it. If you rent it, do what you can, because you will be pleasantly surprised. I am confident that you'll be pleasantly surprised and see why the accolades that it got. And this is the reason why I love this film. It's just, oh my gosh. Everything about it is right. Everything is just, it's perfect. We need films like this. It's a nice change, to see somebody take a different turn in their career, as Greta's done, and done something different, way different, which is already proven with her 3 other previous films. But out of all of her films so far, and she's only done 4, she's only directed 4, besides writing them. What in the world that I can say that this is my favorite film of hers of all time? And people, she's not going anywhere. She's not giving up. She's still going. I can't wait to see what she's going to come up with next. Seriously. I'm so excited to see what she comes up with next. And I just can't believe it. I'm glad that I did. And I can give that advice out there. Don't judge something too harshly. Give something a chance. Just because you don't like something, you don't like it, you just decide, I don't like this type of movies, period. I don't care what they are. I like that type of entertainment. I just don't want to watch it. Give it a chance. Just give it that one chance. You may be pleasantly surprised. You may be pleasantly surprised. And if you're not, you haven't lost anything. You haven't wasted your time. And that's the point, is give everything a chance. Don't go into films basically with expectations that writers cannot fulfill. That's my big thing. Stop being part of a toxic fan base that thinks that you need to cater to the fans. You need to pay attention to the fans. No. I'll say this to everyone, and you take offense. So I'm saying this to myself. I say this to myself every day. Jason, get over yourself. It's not about you. Writers write because they want to put it out there. People will like it. People will hate it. That's the nature of the business. Move on. And that's what we need to do to help this business and keep show business alive. We've got to stop trying to force writers and all that to cater to our wants. We're going into a film expecting things, and then we're mad because they didn't do it. It's impossible. Nobody can meet all those. And she definitely didn't do that. She went into this taking a risk for her career, and she did, because a lot of people will still, to this day, probably even after watching this, will disagree with me and still will not watch it, refuse to watch it. She knows that, and she doesn't care. She did it out there because that's what she wanted to do. That's something she wanted to say. And I say bravo, Greta. Bravo. Well, I thank you all for being here, taking the time and staying this long with me to listen to me rant. And once again, just, thank you so much. And also for those of you who have been watching this in the replay, thank you for your love and support. I so appreciate it. Again, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, also as well do that. And please share this on social media out there and help me get this channel spread out into more people, into a wider audience. And I, again, appreciate your support and love. And I love you all back as well. I appreciate my subscriber base and all those that visit the channel. Also, just again, remember that if after this chat, you still can go ahead and put super chats in. When I'm not live, I will take that. If there's any messages that you have for Kyle, I will forward those to him. Also, if there's any questions you might have, go ahead and ask a question, and I will get back with you via email or Instagram or Facebook. I'll get back and answer those questions for you. And also, you can always become a member at any time. I appreciate it. I'd love to have some Patreon members, and that will also help the channel out. It helps to keep the lights on. It really does. And it also, in this case, will also help Kyle. It will go to Kyle. And that's why I'm doing that right now to help him. Well, that's it, everything. I just thank you again so much for being here. And coming up next, I will be having pretty soon. Stay tuned to the channel. You have them down on the channel. I have a watch party coming up. Our second episode of JTN retrospectives. I am doing retrospectives on different directors and their careers. And I've already done an episode you can see on my playlists under JTN retrospective. I've done one on John Carpenter, me and the incredible horror cat dad. Did a stream on The Fog and the retrospective on that film. And please do see down in if you look on my page, there's a section of my webpage called Creator's Den. Look at Horror Cat Dad up there. He's listed on there, and visit his channel. Please visit his channel. He's got a great channel, and you won't regret seeing his channel. He's got great content. He's a great guy and a good friend. And also in the also down there are links for Kyle's channel as well as Katie's channel, Popping the Popcorn and Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13. Please visit their channels and support their channels as well. And I think that's everything. Yep. Also, that's coming up soon. Please, because that also down there will also be toward the end of that. I'll be doing another one here in a couple of weeks, a live review of Wonka. Another one film like this that I wasn't going to give a chance to. I didn't want to see it. I'm glad I did. And I'll be doing that live review soon. As well as toward the end of the month, I'll be doing another live stream movie watch party with the first episode of what we call JTN's Hidden Gems, different films that I find a lot of people maybe not know about. And we'll be visiting the satirical, incredible Neil Simon film, Murder by Death, a great comedy murder mystery thriller. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Please go to those if you could, please, and help the channel out and help those streams out by hitting the like buttons on each of those streams. That we'll get those as well out. More people will know about it. Again, thank you once again for helping me and also helping this channel and visiting this channel. I so appreciate it. And please leave comments after the stream. That also helps the channel. I'd love to know what you thought, what your thoughts are. If you've seen Barbie, what your thoughts are. If you don't agree with me, great. I still want to know. I would love to know your comment, what your feelings are. And if you have suggestions of content you might want to be seeing on the channel more of, please do so. I'd love to know what subscribers are looking for or wanting. That does help guide the content of the channel. I'm not just a horror channel. I cover all parts of cinema, so it can be anything that's involving show business, television, theater, or film. Whatever that's on it covers it. Go for it. I'd love to hear feedback as well. Okay. Well, again, thank you once again. And just remember, please remember that you are enough. You are more than enough. It is amazing how enough you really are. And also, please remember that you are of infinite worth. This world needs you in it. And don't ever forget this. Please don't let the ridiculousness out there steal your bliss. Until next time, this is Jason the Nice One. Talk with you soon. Peace.